you're back. You left in a hurry last time.
Everything's fine.
An experiment?
Could you make a wish?
You want me to make a...
Last questions!
Okay. My wish.
Oh,
I noticed she just... I've also...
so...
When she placed... What she didn't realize was that I'm... Okay. I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eye. Oh!
What?
Funky! Nice try, you two.
Guess he isn't the host of this dream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy. It seems like everyone...
My lady.
That sounds like Dia! Oh, right. This is when Dunyarzad bumps and... Huh? But Dia can handle them! Hey, Traveler!
Take it easy. Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take... Hey, this is my job. The homie Yannis pay me, not you. You... Anyway, watch yourself.
So you got your...
That's close enough. Feeling lucky today?
Gotcha. Witness the power of teamwork is dreamwork. Game's up. Fun's over.
Goes the ship down! Time for a light show! Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys? You and Nahida both. Oh, remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, she said it was because she had forgot... Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers... Yeah. This is the place. Hey, the windows are unlocked. Okay, Paimon... This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing inside except this book on the table. Should we open? Wow. Even though she was also... She must have wanted to, if we hadn't found the... But now that we know, we can't even thank her. Hey! Where are you up? It's Dunyarzad's puppet. Traveler? You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago. Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she...
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets.
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Yes, Traveler. What is it?
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now, how come... What? Where are we going this time?
If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event organizer. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise tact.
How did things turn out like this? Traveler? You don't have to get involved. He's a sage from the Academia. I don't want to drag you into this.
Traveler.
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? If you get arrested by the Academia, that's another day gone to waste! Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared stiff? Oh, of course. So they're just...
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage? Like I said,
Yes.
that beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers?
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the goddess of...
Yeah. What? Huh? You guys... Hey!
They disappeared! So Nilu's the host. Purple bodies, it's just like the So when you saw the flowers, you instantly knew it was Nilu? But if we want to end the samsara, we need the host to become aware that they're dreaming. How should we make Nilu...
Am I dreaming?
Huh?
So I'm right. Is this Lesser Lord Kusanali responding to our celebration of the Sabzeruz festival?
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. The point is, what made you think this is a dream? As far as you know, people in Sumeru don't dream, right?
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a calamity, he went on a journey to find the Dendro Archon.
Ooh, sounds familiar. Dunyarzad told us a story like that when we first arrived.
Yep. His piety and wisdom, all kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, his wife, like, in the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru City and founded the Academia. What a happy ending.
So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of the story? He never went on his journey?
Yes.
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really interesting...
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sabzeruz festival is almost over too. Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sabzeruz as beautiful as we can. It is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the Dance of Sub-Zerus.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilou's dance.
Oh, good morning, traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been asleep for the longest time. Paimon's head. Paimon thinks it. The Sub-Zero's festival. Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zero's? So quick, take off your Akasha. She's not in her room. What happened? Huh? What usual spot? Well done, Traveler and Paimon. And thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing the Sub-Zero's festival for me.
I'm sorry, who are...
Dunyarzad! You're okay! Oh, don't scare us like...
Oh, a traveler. I just had a dream.
You're actually... And it's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened. Let's chat some more. Let's talk about Dunyarzad first. It's such a relief that she's all right. After we parted on the last day of the Sub-Zero's festival, I left the city and saw what the Traveler had described. Among the countless dreams, I found one that was growing fainter and fainter. This proved my suspicion. Once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, her consciousness began to dissipate. But this also meant it escaped the Akasha's control. Such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, though. It will return to its original dream, where both will gradually fade until they completely disappear. I used all the So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end. And not a moment too soon. differently. All right. You two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, you saved my faithful believer. As your reward, I will answer any and all questions. Got it. To be honest... Oh, and go and get some... Whether...
Traveler? Paimon? Why am I here? Do either of you know?
Maybe you were sleepwalking. You know you can't wake up a sleepwalker. We happened to walk by, so we thought we'd wait for you to wake up.
I see. Huh. I should visit my maintenance personnel sometime. Oh, I'm fine. I better go. Thank you.
We've spent quite some time in Sumeru City, but ever since we last said goodbye to Lesser Lord Kusanali, we haven't heard anything from her. Oh, we can't just keep waiting around like...
Benny's Adventure Team! Assemble! Ad Astra...
Hi, Catherine!
Commissions. Oh!
What?
And if possible...
Huh? What kind of commission is that?
I see. It appears that in that case, please go to Port Or...
Hey, that's not any better.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure the mercenaries will have some interesting reactions as well.
Paimon's gotta ask. Just who exactly has been submitting these commissions to the Adventurers Guild?
Oh, the commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to see the two of you in action.
Was it so obvious? I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions. That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often. Ah, so it's Nahida. Paimon just knew Catherine wouldn't crack those kinds of jokes. When did you get it? From when she said, Ad Astra Abyssosque. So it's been you this whole time? Are you done resting up, Nahida? Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways, and I even had a really, really long dream. It was another in my dream, I also got to sit on a... You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zero's festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time. Huh? No! By the way... Yes, I paid her. Her condition is stable, but for the moment... Right. So our first... Oh! Good... Let's continue our chat here. Okay. Actually, I've already... We're in the dark as of now, after all. No way. You mean doing that would be... That's a good point. I've already tried. It seems that from... Have you already caught the signal? I'm guessing not yet. In any case, I probably can't take over their minds directly. Nahida, you're super smart. According to a popular theory from the Vahumana Darshan... Okay, but aren't you... Well, I've been thinking that if I can't directly possess, then I should find someone who's already involved. You're saying we should before... Actually, Setaria. We ran into her, basically. Paimon still remembers... She was born in the... Oh, Paimon! The name Setaria means star. Later on, soon after, the star began to waver. But in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed from the sound of it, but she doesn't really support... Indeed. She's suppressing a lot of guilt. But before she realized it, she had already become the sage's accomplice. Right. That way, from my past observations, tomorrow afternoon to prepare.
Adventure time!
This should be Setaria's favorite fortune-telling spot. No, talking style? My poor lost lambs. Have you become troubled? The divine... Huh? Really? Shh!
Oh, nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Health prospects. The gods have spoken. The truth shall be revealed. Your life shall continue on for... many... Harut. Actually...
Is that so?
If you were... Is this another one of Yep. It belongs to a king. When I start talking with...
Ah, dear customers. Would you like to look at some...
We caught wind of your...
Oh, I reckon...
Speaking up...
I suppose you could say it all... After that, I began making pottery by myself and...
That's nice. You're making...
Oh, no, not anymore.
I see. I'll have someone in charge of...
No problem.
This should be our final stop. Sitar... Nahida! It's my duty to protect Sumeru City.
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Huh? Sorry, I don't quite remember.
If I recall, you were having a discussion with some...
Ah, that's right. After all, but...
What an admirable... So this rest...
That's right.
I see.
So, was that everybody? Setaria's already... I remember you mentioned... Although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the faith... Oh, Paimon! Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire with the sages. Well, King Deshret is long gone. And Setaria is also too... If we simply... But... If we... So, you... Yep. Because as long as everything goes... Ah, so... Exactly. Huh? That's no problem at... Huh. Although I've been observing humans for a while, I've never... You're not wrong. If it was a... Yeah, don't beat yourself. All right.
Let's go find some treasure.
Oh, here she comes. Satori is here. Let's quietly follow her. As for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you. I trust. Paimon's starting to. Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find out.
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and outlook. Are you still listening? Okay then. You just seemed a little distracted for a moment there. Strange. Your cats seem pretty worked. I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again? Are you sure?
Well, actually, they have many names. Which names I used.
Huh, I see. I
So, which.
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you,
A mess?
well,
I hear you. The gods are asking Setaria.
why haven't I...
Setaria.
And if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking to you right now?
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me is, of course, the wisest and mightiest of all, King Deshret.
King? Even though news of King Deshret's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can King Deshret still exist in real life?
What insolence! I am King Deshret's most loyal believer. Do you wish to refute his voice of wisdom?
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon learning that his divine glory has touched even this city. I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Wait! Whoa! She just ran off in a hurry. She looked pretty upset, too. Well done. Setaria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the core. Aw, Nahida. All I know are some anyway, enough of that. She's at Akeem's now, right on cue. Let's get ready to possess him right away!
Adventure time.
It's okay. I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of work were you looking for? Gardening? But don't you hate everything to do with plants? I still remember getting mad at you for secretly throwing away the bonsai that I gave you as a present.
You see, a friend told me that the secret to self-improvement is to work on things you're not so good at.
Fair enough. I didn't think that was something you would consider. Speaking of, how's he doing? Is he feeling any better? Huh? wasn't he nursing a leg injury? If I recall correctly, his strong arms had always been his pride and joy.
He sprained his arm a while back while trying to show off his strength. I thought you'd heard.
Actually, while we're talking about him, is he still living?
Yeah, he's been...
If you could find the time. He has a quick temper.
Oh? So, who are you? I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert, yet you chose to betray King Deshret, and now you spend all your time with those crooks from the Academia.
Akeem, you don't mean... You've also become a believer of King Deshret?
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
Can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa! Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this! You really zeroed in on the issue and put it right in front of her. It might feel a bit overwhelming for Setaria. But once everything is over, I'll be sure to pay her a visit to her mind and explain everything. Anyway, let's keep going. Come on! Setaria's already started talking with Shishan!
So, Shishan, like, as if...
Oh, right. I celebrated the Sub-Zeros.
Wait, how...
Are you still failing to realize that the
Shishan...
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed. In reality, shouldn't you be the one who is...
Please, please stop!
Even now, Setaria's still trying to run from her problems. She can no longer justify everything to herself. Hey, she's trying to talk to the guards! What should we do? This is the most important part of all. Quick, get ready.
Mercenary, you're a member of the Corps of 30.
Please, try to remain calm.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their side.
Heretics? What kind of heresy are you talking about?
King Deshret! Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long dead. It's impossible.
Miss Setaria, nothing is impossible.
You know my name?
King Deshret is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the price. You must face the truth, Setaria. You tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become, and the deeper you will be ensnared. Child of King Deshret, never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of King Deshret.
Setaria, why haven't you gone home?
It seems that I've also been running from my... But no matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt...
You won't necessarily lose your research opportunities by facing the truth. Besides, did you really want to conduct your research while carrying such heavy feelings of guilt?
How do you know me so well? Are you truly just a believer of King Deshret? Or are you the god himself?
That's not important. The important thing is to pass judgment on the Academia and its sages, and to correct their mistakes. If you could provide some assistance in this matter, perhaps it could serve as a form of atonement.
I've actually never believed in the gods, but I've always believed in serendipity. Your appearance must be a fated opportunity for me to get out of this wretched situation. Please tell me, what...
How much do you know about the sage's current activities?
I was just one of the designers for the masked, but I know very little about the full scope of the overall project. I'd assume that only staff with the highest clearance would have access to those confidential documents. I've just been working to meet the Grand Sage's specified requirements. However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to this to fight against the Academia. It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant to the Grand Sage, and I've been working on many tasks outside of the project. One thing, though, I won't be able to transfer the documents to you.
The Academia entrance. Wouldn't that...
Don't worry about that. I'm only suggesting this location.
All right, I trust.
So...
that'll
The Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones... Maybe it's time for me...
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to bring Setaria to our side. The Traveler's execution was ingenious. Well, now that we pray... But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we No. The truth is the true guardian of scholars. I've always believed that. Anyway, let's meet again tomorrow evening at the Adventurers Guild.
Good. Things come to those who don't wait around. That's what they say. Anyway. By my luck, the opposite is probably true for me. Off we go!
Catherine, we're here! That's right. I suppose I'm the other Catherine in you. Shh! We're on a secret mission tonight, so we need to... Yep, Paimon's right. If something were to happen, after all, the Academia should still be unable... Yep. Exactly. Just what Paimon was thinking. Anyway, enough about that. Let's just make off. What do you feel? It's the middle of the night. No, I think he's right. If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets. Huh. I also can't quite figure out why. Well, regard...
Adventure time!
There really aren't many people out right now. Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the Academia, and that Setaria managed to distract all the guards.
Take it easy. Adventure time!
This hour of the night.
Ah, the triumphant hero returns at last. And to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
You're the outcast, expelled from the Academia.
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor. If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true scholar.
The people of Sumeru City.
What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world. My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
Oh no, what should we do? These are all just regular people. Leave now. You need to get out of here. What? That guy's a Fatui Harbinger! We can't just leave you here! Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru! Don't worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the God of Wisdom.
This should be far enough. Is Nahida going to be okay? We only made it out because of her. Paimon wasn't counting on running into a new Harbinger. And that even the sages are wary of him. Yep. Yeah. Now that the doctor's in the picture, we're no longer just dealing with the academia. They're in cahoots with the Fatui. But what are the Fatui after that? Yeah. Nahida said we'll meet you mean... Oh, right! Wasn't he invited? Even though he turned it down at the time, he might still know something. There's no time to lose. Let's go to Gandharvaville.
Benny's adventure team, off we go. Yeah, adventure time.
Hold it right there. A blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you all right. Take a look around. Corps of 30! We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate in all of Sumeru. We're here on the orders of a client known only as the Outcast.
The Outcast? An outcast? But why wouldn't the doctor just send the Fatui after us?
Still wasting time on idle chit-chat.
You're up, traveler!
Following orders.
New hunting. Quietly now. Huh? Let me weave you a verb. Here comes the catch.
Fire hazard!
New hunting.
It isn't over yet! Here comes reinforcements!
No, my sword! Rain outlines your fate. Rain, game's up. Fun's over.
Fuse is lit! That was pretty rough. Is that what elite mercenaries are like? Yeah, but this doctor... going up against smart people is tough. Anyway...
Yeah. Yeah.
Yesterday, I told you 5 dusk zones.
Oh, it's the Traveler.
Kale! It's not...
As a result,
Oh, Kale. Speaking of Tainari, did he go off on patrol? We're here to talk to him.
oh, Master
He left? What?
I thought it was weird too. Master Tainari always prioritizes his work, no. I only found out that he left through a message he left behind. He also... to leave in such a hurry? Master Tainari originally... I know that before he became a...
A research base, huh? Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Party's DI. Got it. Will do.
How many Rubishava mushrooms do I need to sell before I can buy property in town? How many Rubishava mushrooms?
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? Take it easy.
Wait! Look who it is! Thank goodness you're okay. We were so worried about you. Hey, this was supposed to be a touching reunion.
Actually, it's very smart of the Plus. It's not like you could have even a pool of stagnant water after a torrent.
Paimon feels like only the real Nahida could come up with such an...
Huh?
Well, we understand that point.
When you left, I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds.
Thankfully, when the doctor mentioned depositing information into the subconscious, he didn't mean in Greek instead. Luckily, I managed to finish my... What a relief. The doctor sure pulled out some hidden cards, but good thing we had Nahida with us. I wouldn't be relieved just yet. I gave away my true identity when I restored everyone's minds, which means we've lost another one of our trump cards. Also, the doctor is already an expert at modifying Akasha terminals. Maybe it's only a matter of time until he captures my consciousness inside the Akasha. Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between minds? Then how do we stop him? He's still at the Academia, so it's possible he already started messing with the Akasha. Ugh, it feels like he's toying with us. What a nasty piece of work. Plus, the doctor's combat ability alone is apparently enough to make him worthy of being number 2 of the Fatui. We shouldn't give up hope just yet. Let's try to find another way to attack this problem. Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were trying to get to Party's DI? Have you been waiting for us? Yes, I have. I can see the Traveler's elemental energy, so I deduced your destination by looking at the direction you were moving in. You didn't come here for sightseeing, right? Did you find any lead? We're looking for... Okay.
Please be careful not to touch the plants here.
Take it easy. Traveler? It is you!
Ah! It's Hypatia!
Ah, what a pleasant surprise! It's so nice to see the two of you again.
Who's this? She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training in the... what's it called? Satyavada life? Oh, I see.
That's right, we're old friends. You've come at just the right time. Ever since I've come here, hardly anyone has even talked to me.
Hypatia, you're way too excited about this. Actually, for you to leave the Avidia Forest means... you're not in training anymore? Wait, no. Did you already finish your training and reach Paripoorna life?
What do you think? My consciousness has already managed to make...
You did it! Congratulations!
When my consciousness makes...
That sounds incredible!
Oh, all right. Actually, please wait. I haven't forgotten my promise to you. Remember? I promised to help you understand what you saw from Irminsul once I gained deeper insights. My current self has not only gained true insight to establish a direct connection to the consciousness of the divine.
You can do that? I've never heard.
Hold on. I brought some spirit borneo with.
We're using that incense again?
All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help you establish a.
Okay.
Ready?
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. My fury will never be quelled. The first to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother. Valuing strength above all, she saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family. My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounced the world and laugh in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
What was that? Did we actually just see the Baladier's memories? Everything matches what we know about him. But how is he connected to the divine consciousness that Hypatia was talking about?
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a majestic god! Such a noble will! Such sublime emotion! Alas, shame. If only that which beats within my chest wasn't a filthy mortal heart. Oh, great and merciful God, please grant me forgiveness and salvation.
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no Puripurna life, but rather...
Ah! I found
Hypatia?
That's how I always thought. Wait, have I already lost my mind?
Wait, something isn't right. okay, Nahida? Wait, no. Something feels different. You're back!
Oh, the Traveler's back?
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right before the Catherine puppet was destroyed. After that, Tainari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here. What? You swapped places? You mean your consciousness also went into Nahida's body? Wait, then where is Nahida's consciousness? Where is she now?
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I would have never believed it. I don't think this can be achieved with current human technology. Also, while we were running, the consciousness in your body told me to pass on a message. She said, "The doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness, so I can't journey with you anymore. But even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies."
Oh no! Nahida's trapped in the sanctuary of Surasthana for good this time. Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague. Oh, that makes sense. Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to say anything without him knowing. She's being extra careful. Even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies. Huh. Paimon knows the moon illusions and lies are from the alchemical divination at the Sub-Zero's festival. Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Huh. Do you think Nahida was telling us to go find help in the desert? But she isn't with us anymore. Think we'll be okay?
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of Surasthana. Does this mean that this Nahida you're talking about, the consciousness who was occupying the Traveler's body, is the Dendro Archon?
Your guess is correct, but the situation's a bit complicated, so it's really hard for us to explain right now.
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. As for the complicated nature of the situation, safe to say I have witnessed that for myself. I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the Dendro Archon's also on your side, so I trust you.
Thank you, Tainari. Oh, actually, we came here to ask you a question. What do you know about the project that the sages have been working on?
Ah, that. While I was indeed invited to join that project, the sages were always secretive about its scope and goals, so I eventually declined. All I know is that that project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
Huh? Did you see something when you were in Nahida's body? What?
Do you have any evidence? So that's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were different from those of the other scholars who went mad. It's because she made contact with the consciousness of a new god who is still in the process of being born.
Tainari, did you leave the Avidia Forest because of Hypatia?
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies, but since her symptoms were rather atypical, I secretly took her to Pardis Dii and began searching for a way to return her to her normal self. If I didn't take action,
Hypatia would have already been taken by the Matra to the desert, doomed to a life of exile at Aru village. Now that you mention it, I knew the Academia has never thought particularly highly of Lesser Lord Kusanali, but I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant as creating a new god. Looks like I made the right decision by not accepting their invitation. The Doctor and the Balladeer. We have 2 Fatui Harbingers in Sumeru. Sounds like we're in for a bad time. From your description, I don't think they've completed their project. There may still be room for us to intervene. But then, what is the connection between creating a new god and restoring Irminsul?
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the Sage's goals. Right, we've pretty much gone over everything we need to know, so we should head out. How about you, Tighnari? What are you going to do?
I'll stay here for now. I still want to try a few more things to help Hypatia. If you're planning to go into the desert, start by heading for Caravan Rabat. That'll be your fastest route. Come find me here if there's anything else I can do to help. May the spirit of wisdom go with you.
Thanks, Tighnari. Hopefully Hypatia will feel better soon. We're off then.
Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. Take it easy. Yeah. Take it easy.
We finally made it to Caravan Rebak. It's pretty lively here. So, just past this wall is the desert, huh? Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it's this tall, it's gotta be the divine work of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right?
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Huh?
Over here.
Oh, Hatham went that way! Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
We'll get some cheaper spices this time.
Because things are so, ergo such.
What the... Where did he go? How did we lose him? They were just here a second ago.
More Eremite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time? Anyway, Traveler, it seems like we were being followed again.
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago. There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the Academia.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Alhaitham. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the Academia? Wait, don't tell Paimon that you're here to take us back on their orders.
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the Academia's hit list. I can't say that I didn't expect it. However, had I wished to turn you over to the Academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
Oh, right. You do have a point.
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the sages can offer. Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Unfortunately, I've run into some difficulties. Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. If I am to get to the bottom of this, I must understand how the capsule first came to be. Which brings me back to you, and why you're so interesting. The leader of Ain al-Ahmar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you, and upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you interested at all in sharing what you've been hiding from me?
Alhaitham, you really have—
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the Academia after all. So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close to your chest. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Am I right? No matter. Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own. Speaking of, you two are also headed to the desert?
That's right! We have the same plan as you! But we don't really have any concrete goals at the moment.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village.
It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources and intel than anywhere else. Well, would you like to head there together?
It's always better to travel with someone you know. Let's go!
Before us.
Whoa.
Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Alhaitham, do not think you can escape my judgment just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that persist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Alhaitham? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Alhaitham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
Has Alhaitham done something wrong? Paimon doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Alhaitham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two! Ugh! What should we do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them!
Ahem. Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia? Great! Finally, someone that we can trust! You gotta help us out here, otherwise these two are gonna start fighting again!
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds. Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so strong! Is this a sandstorm?
Recently.
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly! We have to take cover!
Someone's calling for us! Oh, this wind is too strong! Let's get over there!
That sounded like can. Come on, you.
All right.
Well, hey, wanna play sardines with three people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun. The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru Village.
Our savior has come at last! Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
All right, now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started. And now that you have set foot within Aru Village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality.
Oh!
And that goes for you too, Miss D. Do I make myself...
All right. I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now.
Wait, that...
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Alhaitham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been rather.
Huh?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project. As General Mahamatra, I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request. But I began to realize that, unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. The power of the... I realized then the vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the Academia of today. I believed it would be wise to flee the Academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, they can no longer see nor predict my actions. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need...
Cyno seems to have... Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary. Well, Cyno...
When I was investigating the matter in the Academia, I overheard a conversation. The sages asked you to investigate a Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with a divine knowledge cap.
Yes, I wasn't...
Alhaitham!
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told...
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the divine knowledge capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like...
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
I'd already given up on the assignment so it came as quite a surprise.
Criminals do love to talk.
Even though I ran into... You were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
That's true.
I'm willing to apologize if I took the divine knowledge capsule behind your back because I judged...
You should be well aware, Scribe Alhaitham, that curiosity can... Answer me this. Did the...
Have I not made myself...
Fine.
As you wish.
Good. And now you, Dia.
Oh, sorry. I had nothing going on, but then I saw these two random guys in the...
Is that all? Well...
That's more like it.
Whoa! What was that?
No need to worry.
Creep.
Fighting in a sandstorm.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry.
The winds died down. That means the sand Candace still isn't...
When you put it that way, even I'm starting...